Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix Show. My name is Chris Wong. This is episode 535 of the Ping Pong Flix Show. Aloha Friday. I'm slightly hammered, slightly drinking a little. So I may mouth off. Every time I drink, I kind of mouth off a little bit more. But I'm here to give you some updates. And the first one, it's from David Ayer. Well, maybe not all David Ayer, but so Harley and Ivy are officially canon in the Harley Quinn show. You see them here making out. Look at that. You gotta say poor kite man. Poor kite man. But that's okay, because this is kind of accurate, right? So David Ayer decided to cheer this on. Don't go messing with my heart, David. I'm going to see if this works when I pull back. He does a little, what is that? That's, kind of face, and our very own Meg says, was something like this possible in your version of Gotham City Sirens? David Ayer replies, yes, there was a cute moment written in. Fuck. I mean, that's, he would have had some pretty, fan service in his Gotham City Sirens. So even Gotham City Sirens he didn't get to do. I don't know if it's still on the table. I wish it was. But, back when Birds of Prey came out, Margot Robbie did say she was looking for a female director, and obviously David Ayer is not a female director. But he may have gotten and, may have done it well. He may have done Birds of Prey well. He may have done Gotham City Sirens by now. So, I don't know, because Gotham City Sirens was supposed to have Black Mask as the villain. And that would have been something, right? That would have been something. Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, Catwoman versus Black Mask. I hope that still happens, by the way, because that would be pretty dope to actually see that happen. David Ayer, keep pushing, keep fighting, man. There's another streaming service coming up called Warner Media, HBOMAX, that could definitely, work some magic and have some of your content over there. Of course, that all depends if Margot Robbie wants to work with him. But hopefully she does. And hopefully, we get some cool shit from David Ayer. So that's David Ayer, hinting at Gotham City Sirens. This is not really a DC thing, but I can't help get excited. Junkie XL just confirmed on his Reddit that he's indeed scoring Zack Snyder's upcoming Netflix film, Army of the Dead. So this is what he says. I am not using Junkie XL for film releases anymore. Why the fuck not? Hans and I talk regularly. Last week, the last time, we always exchange insights in the business or talk synthesizers or sounds. Gary is such a cool person, very down to earth, yet so musical and an incredible performer. Yes, I am scoring Army. He's scoring Army, guys. That's amazing. I love Tom Hokenberg's music, right? In fact, he's even scoring Scoob, so I got to go watch that just for the fact that he's scoring Scoob. But he's amazing soundtrack. Mad Max Fury Road is one of my best soundtracks ever. Of course, Batman v Superman and what he would have done with Justice League, my God, it would have been so fucking awesome. Hopefully we'll get to hear it one day, but it's great to hear that he's come back and working with Zack Snyder on Army of the Dead. That makes that level of anticipation just a little bit more higher. Just a little bit more higher for Army of the Dead, and even though that's not a DC thing, but just that combination of Zack Snyder, Junkie XL is going to be like fan-fucking-tastic. So I can't wait for that. So awesome to hear that Junkie XL is scoring Army of the Dead. And, you know, we were going on Justice League. Tom Taylor did something really cool. It's not really the movies and stuff, but I thought it was a great way to just kind of, get Ray Fisher something. Give Ray Fisher something. Our second issue of Deceased, Dead Planet, comes out in August with a Book of Eli homage cover by This is Ben Oliver, featuring Cyborg. Thinking of my friend Ray Fisher. That's his new username, by the way. Might like this one, Borg Life. Deceased Dead Planet, and it is definitely him. Multiple arms, or is he have the arm on his back? I don't know, but awesome homage to Ray Fisher. Ray Fisher continuously supporting Release the Snyder Cut, as is in his actual Twitter account right there. So awesome to hear he's getting an homage. Something with him as Cyborg is better than nothing, and hopefully we get to see more of that. And I don't know, Zack Snyder's Justice League. So I would definitely hope that happens. In the meantime, you can also catch him, on Twitch. He's playing video games, but he's got a live chat every Saturday, so check that out. But he's going to be on LIGHTCAST podcast. They're happy to announce that Ray Fisher and themselves will come together and record a podcast for the culture. Between any questions you may have below. Couldn't have happened without Ayman Hariri and Vero Release the Snyder Cut. So I'm going to link this post in the description below if you want to ask him any questions that he may or may not be able to answer, but you can ask. So that's awesome. LIGHTCAST also had a podcast recently. This is a good one. It's now streaming. It's with Justin, Nalth, and Dave with TPZ and their goal for the movement, along with what was said with Zack Snyder over some beers on Zoom. Release Snyder Cut here for Zack Snyder's Justice League. Go and check out this podcast. Two great guys. I've talked to them before. Wonderful guys. Fantastic podcast, I gotta say, and enlightening to hear what Zack had to say. Zack has every bit of hope for the Snyder Cut. He's very optimistic about the Snyder Cut, and we should be too. In a way, he's thanking fans, all of us, for supporting the Snyder Cut, for keeping and fighting for the Snyder Cut, and that's what we're here for. That's what we're here to do. I am very tickled to hear that as well. And there, by the way, there is no problem with TPZ being able to talk to Zack Snyder. I love that. I don't know, and you can tell me different. I don't know of any other director, a favorite director, that has this much of a fan base, that is willing to go and have some beers with his fans, which are now friends because they've met several times before, and that is so awesome. That is an awesome thing. We should be happy for that, right? We should be happy that he's willing to connect to fans, to people outside the industry. That is so heartwarming. And we get to hear a little bit from the director through somebody, right? Because, if Zack really, could share a lot of information, then he would have just dropped it off on social media. He would have just called us directly, but he's not, because there are some things that are very private. There's things that he cannot say, but he trusts a group enough to talk to them about it, because he knows they're in it. They're in it to fight for him and for what needs to be done, right? So I'm very happy for these individuals. Justin Nalth, absolutely amazing character. He is a healthcare worker. He is fighting in the front lines, literally in the front lines. And I can't be more happy to see him and hear from him. You don't really hear from him, so I'm really glad to hear from him, aside from when we met at SnyderCon. But this is an amazing podcast. You should definitely listen to it. it, and I'm going to share this link in the description below. Like I said, I can't wait. I can't wait. Every time it seems like the TPZ get together, there's something really good that's going to happen, and I'm really all for it. So, but aside from that, even Sean O'Connell's got some good news lately. He says it's done. The last 4 words in the Release the Snyder Cut book. This is for autumn. What a beautiful line to add the end of the book that's about the fandom, right? This is for autumn, and it really is. I mean, all this kind of started because she passed away, and Zack Snyder couldn't, I wouldn't have been able to handle if any of my kids gone away, right? Who would be able to work at that time? But it is a sad thing, and it's something that we're really truly fighting for everybody is truly fighting for. And it really tickles me that Sean O'Connell is going to put that in his book. I'm sure that when the movie comes out, her name's definitely going to be on it as well. It's so disrespectful that they didn't add that into the theatrical Justice League, but whatever. In hindsight, maybe this is the way things are going, is that we'll finally get to see Zack Snyder's true vision, and he gets to make this not only for himself but for us, and especially for his family, and especially for autumn. So I think this is a great line, Sean O'Connell. Thank you so much for doing this, especially making this book and putting those 4 words in. Now, I want to kind of just update you on what I said in the last video. Lex pointed out to me that the Zack Snyder, there's a hashtag that did track really close to our 65.8 tweets of Release the Snyder Cut. Where's that photo? Back in December. Now, this December tweet, like I said before in the other video, we did the 214 at your own time, and we were able to get to 65.8. He wanted to point out that also a hashtag did go out in February. The 214 February, happy 214 day, February 14th of this year. Close, 65.4K, but it did trend nicely. This one, however, is 214 all at the same time, at a fixed time. So this does actually show that both of these are very much relevant, they both work. They both work. Whether it be 214 at your own time or 214 at fixed time, it seems to work the same, and so we shouldn't be really worried about the next event that's coming out on May 27th, right? Wednesday, May 27th at 2:14 p.m. your local time. Hold on a second. Now, again, we will not all be tweeting at the same time. This is to show HBOMAX and Warner Brothers, or Warner Media, more precisely, that there is a demand, a synonymous demand for Zack Snyder's Justice League on HBOMAX, right? And this is so that everybody can tweet at their own time, 2:14 p.m. You don't have to put a tweet deck. You don't have to. Well, you can still do a tweet deck if you want. I'm not saying that, but you can go ahead and tweet at 2:14 p.m. at your own time, and as the gradual wave, you ride the wave, and the wave builds up from the east down to the west, and it gets up there, and we were able to do that, and hopefully maybe even match the December event that we did, right? But like people have told me, it doesn't matter. Trend more than just a constant message throughout the day, like the whole day, because some people's May 27th is earlier than our May 27th, and I'm the last. Like, I'm in Hawaii, so by the time I do my 214, it'll already be done. But you still be a nice, consistent message throughout. So, by the way, I forgot to highlight, this is a Ken Lewis picture right here. This is my JL fan pick of the day. I didn't get to say this. I'm out of order, but Ken Lewis did this fabulous artwork. I don't know if I shared it before. the Justice League members facing Darkseid in this moment here. What we think is probably Zack Snyder's Justice League, but a great rendition, a great look to it. I may even be my thumbnail if I get around to it and I'm not drunk enough to not put it on there. But a fantastic artwork. So cheers to Ken Lewis for putting that amazing artwork out. Whoops. Like I said, don't know what happens in Justice League. Don't know what TPZ and them talked about, and I think I'm actually okay with that. I'm really okay with that. And the reason why I want to give you that reason why I'm okay with it, because that's exciting, right? Isn't it exciting not to know sometimes? I mean, even I've heard of things. Like I told you, I don't have sources. I just heard of things. And even hearing of things, I'm sometimes like, I wish I didn't hear it. Because imagine that day. I want that day. I want that moment. Just like when Zack dropped that black suit Superman, I turned on the fucking camera. I came on here and I'm looking at you and I'm screaming and I'm freaking the fuck out and I'm like, holy fucking shit, it's a black suit. Like, it's a huge reveal. Not only do we see the black suit Superman, we also get the title of the goddamn movie as Zack Snyder's Justice League. I want to freak the fuck out when the Snyder Cut gets released, right? Or the Zack Snyder's Justice League gets released, gets announced. I'm going to come on here, I'm going to look in the eye, and he says, that's it. This is it. We're finally get to eat some good fucking food, a buffet of awesome content from WarMax, from HBOMAX, and it's right there, and I can see it, I can touch it, I can look at it, I can watch it all day long. If I don't give a shit, I will definitely just keep playing Zack Snyder after Zack Snyder after Zack Snyder movie after Man of Steel, BVS, Zack Snyder's Justice League all day long, just so they can see that, holy shit, people love this movie. People love Zack Snyder's Justice League, and what if we made some more? What if we said, let's continue this, let's pull it out, let's get this guy, let's get every single cast member, let's see every single production purpose. We gotta make more. We gotta make part 2. We gotta make part 3. We gotta finish this thing because people love this shit and they're willing to come on here. They're willing to pay $15 a month to watch Zack Snyder's Justice League wherever you are in the world. And I'm telling you, wherever you are in the world, they're not stopping. They're getting YouTube TV, that Canadian network, I forgot what it's called, and other places in the UK. They're signing up other, like Sky Network, I don't know, they're just trying their best so that we can all enrich ourselves with this content, and I can't wait for that to happen. So yeah, I love being surprised sometimes, I love that part. I love just coming on here out of the blue. It could be at 2:14 p.m. I'm going to turn on this camera. I'm going to freak the fuck out with you, and we're going to celebrate. We're going to drink our asses off, and we're going to watch. And when after the announcement, when the movie comes out, we're going to watch it. We're going to repeat it. We're going to put it on a loop. We're going to watch it when we work. We're going to watch it when we're watching our kids. We're going to watch it in the background. We're going to put it on our earphones. We're going to watch it every day and every fucking night until they make more. Unless more is coming. But until then, let's still get hyped up. Let's still get excited. Zack Snyder's Justice League. Let's blow this fucking lid on HBO Max. To HBO Max Wednesday, May 27th, 2:14 p.m. in your own time. Please tweet out, release the Snyder Cut, # Zack Snyder's Justice League, and let's blow this shit up. Peace.